Hello, everybody.
Introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Flo Null, also known as Dre by some people in the community. And
What would you like to be called? Because there's certain way
Dre.
I can call you Flo. I can call you No.
Dre is good.
Dre's good.
Dre is good.
You gotta put Dre there. If you want people to call you Dre,
Well, I mean, yeah,
it's gotta
I
say
mean-
Dre there on the layout.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair enough.
No, but So what's going on, Dre? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
I like
Nice,
the way you're
relaxed.
looking, man. You're looking
Thank
sharp,
you.
dude. Got the tie, this nice striped tie. What's up?
Thank you, man.
Classic, dark black scheme. Contrast. I'm the evil caster. You're the good guy. You got nice bright color on.
Evil Dyer.
Evil Dyer. So, based on what you have been seeing, what do you think just going in?
One thing I noticed is that Ryu is a really good pick for this. And it's something that I picked up on. I mean, Ryu's really good in doubles as well, but in this, it's a little bit chaotic because his up throw, not many people know this, but if you've ever watched Venom and Kells play doubles, Venom and Supergirl Kells, his up throw, this downward swing, can kill anyone running into you to try and intercept the throw at like 90%. It's kind of ridiculous.
There's actually a variety of throws that replicate that kind of scenario.
And
Bowser's up throw, too.
Bowser's up throw, like, just sent you cruising across the map. It's nuts.
If Bowser's up throw somebody, basically play some flashing lights on the
Yeah,
side,
just like,
stand clear.
Get away.
Yeah, construction
please.
happening because it can literally kill you at zero. It
Really?
sends you at a knockback that emulates being hit with a down smash at like imagine Jigglypuff hits you with the down smash at 120. You know that big far slide?
You just
It does that even at zero.
Really?
Yes.
Because I've seen it do it at around like 90%, so I thought it was based on percent, but it's nice to know that it's just base knockback.
Awesome.
That's really sick.
So here we have the teams, LoCal versus
Deadly Alliance.
my very own team, but there will be no bites here. Actually, in fact, I kind of want to see how badly my teammates might get sauced if they don't have their stuff together. I have no bias there. And on the LoCal team, we have Laws, Camelange, Austin, and Riz.
One person that is not listed on the LoCal crew there that I'm not sure if he's upstairs or not is Waldo. Is up there as well. The Ike player?
Yes.
Yes. Very, very good player. Versus Deadly Alliance. We have Ninja Link, known for so many characters at this point.
Jack of all trades.
Very good. Jash.
Mean mugging it.
Oh, man. Just mean mugging the hell out of it. Look how
Such a contrast between the first player and the second. Ninja Link, master of all trades. And Jash is just solo Toon Link through and through.
Same with Venny and Sinji. Sinji's just like here for business. And Venny is like, I'm going to enjoy
what's up,
myself.
guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
It's me. The good ninja guy.
It's got the K-Taro going on. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, it's
But
me.
I
Hey,
assure
Tom.
you, none of these guys are here to joke around. They all mean business.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, Waldo is up there replacing Laws for now.
Waldo didn't seem to get the message.
Yeah.
Where's your shirt, Waldo?
Where's your jersey, man?
Gotta rep the team there. Of course, Deadly Alliance sporting the new jerseys designed after this like gladiator like metal armor. So
Yeah.
it's got these like near the bottom. It's got these plates designed near the bottom and around the center and the sides. It looks like it's like bolted on. So it's supposed to be like this like armor. You know,
Nice.
the whole thing is just the whole theme is like warriors. So,
Yeah.
no,
It's
that's
a very
it.
sick theme. I definitely love the jerseys.
I was impressed when I saw it too. I remember Wes sent me a message that said, check out these jerseys. I was actually like,
It was
whoa.
like, dude,
I expected
damn.
some kind of like generic, like minimalist colors.
yeah.
It's just random colors like swarming around each other. That's the typical jersey you see. So
Yeah.
for something like that to actually pop up, to me, I appreciate thinking outside the box.
It's always nice to see creativity.
Yes, I appreciate that. So I know that personally, all of the members in Team Deadly Alliance are really strong when it comes to teams. Deadly Alliance has always had that as their forte. And, we've always done well in teams. So I really got to see what kind of game LoCal brings to this.
LoCal is also very good at teams.
Yes.
Rizzy, previously known as Avalon, teams with Angel and Shippo, and he does very, very well down in Jersey.
Waldo.
Camelange and Waldo are a team in their own.
Yes. I personally think out of that four, I think Waldo is the most well-rounded teams fighter. He is so clutch. Like if you watched the Salt Mines tournament that happened a while ago that Helper hosted,
Yeah.
I felt like that was if you paid attention to teams that day, that was Waldo's day. He made so many crowd roaring moments. He made so many clutch plays and 2-on-1 comebacks. So let's see if he can bring that kind of talent into this format.
For sure, for sure. Ike, just a very, very well-rounded teams character in general, but another character on their team who is very, very underutilized is Shulk. Shulk can do so much in teams, and especially in such a hectic format like this, he's one of the only characters that's ever going to live past 150, depending on the map, or even really past 100, because you can get killed at some ridiculously low percent if you're not careful here. But Shulk has access to shield Monado.
Yeah, that's going to be a very, very vital thing that is probably going to be taken even more seriously in this format, because when you have 4 people trying to kill you, you need every possible answer you can have.
Exactly.
And we're here going into the first quarter. Big battlefield, lots of playroom for everybody, and I know Sinji appreciates that. He wants room to set up his tricks and traps.
Benny and Ninjalink gonna lock down Waldo on the other side of the map while Sinji battles Austin alongside Josh.
Right now we have the skirmishes happening in particular ends. Nothing's really happening in the middle if you're seeing this. So it's kind of like a coast-to-coast battle here.
The middle seems like a little rest zone. Austin seems to go there to get his Monado right. Just like, all right, good.
You know when you're in a crowded party and you gotta go outside to get a breath of fresh air and answer your phone? That's like that's what that area is, except it's in the middle of the stage. You just gotta chill out there for now. Oh!
Something either went wrong or that was a button check.
Maybe that was a miscommunication. Perhaps that was a button check all along. Huh?
Team attack wasn't on.
Team attack wasn't
that makes
on.
sense.
Once again, when it comes to implementing new rule sets in a new format, there will be bumps in the road as far as making sure that the proper settings are established beforehand. So, guys, bear with us. Believe me, I'm no stranger to how Twitch chats are.
Yeah.
I already know things like this just make people go, "You didn't set the rules up right." God damn it. But for me, it's fun. It's fun to see something at the beginning stages. It's fun to see this grow.
Yeah.
Because I already know if everything gets tightened up, then you're really gonna see,
Yeah. How far this is really, really gonna go.
Yes, and I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
So I guess that previous start was false, and now this is the real start. Camelange running the tag, it's lit. So he's definitely ready to
He's
light it up here.
Definitely enjoyed it, bro. Sinji dash attacking Benny there.
All right, a lot of spinning moves going on. We just had Jazz using his upbeat, and then Ninjaling using his dash attack. So just everybody on Deadly Lance is kind of twisting it up right now.
Yep.
So we got blue team kind of holding everybody off on the right side. We got pretty much the majority of yellow team on the right side of the stage. Vinia and Camelange are, of course, duking it on their own. So
one big thing I'm going to want to see from yellow team here is abusing the fact that Shulk and Ike have very, very bad recoveries as opposed to their other 2 teammates. So they can definitely get Gims.
Well, see, here's the thing about Shulk. It really depends on the Monado art they have on.
Yeah.
If you have jump, your recovery is fantastic on. Oof.
While it is good, Shulk is still one of the poor, unfortunate few who have what one of our own TOs here at Xeno like to say, Devin, a melee recovery. He will not snap ledge.
Yeah. So
and it's super bad.
Your focus must be tried and true when it comes to recovering. But hey, that doesn't slow down certain characters. Cloud is still phenomenal despite that. So
yeah.
All it means is you just have to be sharp.
Just got to make sure it's on point.
Speaking of sharp, it seems as if right now, blue team is the one being sharp. Sharp, we got Shulk and Sheik at +1, and nobody on Team DA with a plus on their score. So they're gonna have to pick it up and figure out what their purpose is right now.
Yep. Very nice pressure being applied by Vinia there with his forward air.
Ooh, Waldo sending up Ninjalink for a ride there. Sinji, of course, trying to edge guard Waldo with all the tools in his kit, proving unsuccessful.
One thing that I'm enjoying about both of these teams is that even though it's all of their mains, these are all really, really good teams characters.
Yes.
Everyone can do really nice stuff here. Sheik, known since the original patch of the game to be one of the best teams characters.
Now, if you ask me, unless you're at the tier of Mr. Mr. R and Void, unless you're at that level, you're not really going to be closing stocks consistently as Sheik. So I think your role should be literally bouncing back and forth between teammates and making sure everybody's being managed. I feel like Sheik is kind of the manager role here.
Yeah.
You got to bounce back and forth.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I enjoy about Sheik and doubles myself, and in any team's format, is that you can kind of just get the percent on one person, go to the other side. You know, put someone off map, and then immediately apply pressure to the rest of the team. And that's what Rizzy has been doing, and it's very nice to see.
Now, I don't know if some of you guys watching at home may have noticed, Sinji was recovering on the bottom side. He was actually at the range where he needed the third trampoline bounce to get back. Nobody went down there and forced him into a fall state, because, you know, if they interrupt that, then that means Sinji can't, or Pac-Man can't come back.
Yeah.
And no one tried it. Either they were too distracted or they didn't know. And those are the kinds of things that make a huge difference, because you got to be able to put those points on the board where you see them.
Yep.
So right now, it seems like blue team is ahead, but by very little. They've got 1+ on the board there in the way of Riz. And I guess Riz is playing his role, he is fulfilling his duties pretty well, because he's putting more points on the board than he's dropping.
Yep. But he is going to drop to that 0 as Jash takes that stock.
Oh, Sinji being sent flying high, but of course, Pac-Man's a tough creature.
Yep.
And right now, we're closing in on just over a minute left here, so I hope that both teammates are keeping that into effect, or keeping that effect into play here, because that's important. You got to know when time's closing down.
And the teams are tied up right now, but all of these characters, with the exception of Sheik, really can take stock pretty well.
Yeah.
Man has a very effective back throw, as is Toon Link, and Toon Link also has bomb confirms, which are going to play a part as Jash starts to get his footing a little bit better.
Yeah, so basically right now, while the score is actually even, Yellow Team's overall percentage is not. But instead, Yellow Team still managed to put a point on the board, but there's still 30 seconds left, 3 characters at above 90%. So they're going to have to make sure that they hunker down and preserve these stocks. Oh no! Oh, Camelan just spring actually gimped Sinji. He pointed the pellet to help him recover, and the spring bumped the pellet and it gimped him. So he drops the stock in the most crucial moment with 20 seconds left at that moment.
Very nice go by Benny. Yeah,
now we're not going to see any drop stocks here. We're just going to see everybody just, you know, keep their hands warm.
Venia watered Camelange a little bit. He was just like, tss.
Blue team picks it up there. I'm very impressed by Blue Team's play here.
Blue Team did a really, really good job there of closing out the stocks within the last 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Right there, you saw Camelange was closing out stocks on the left side with that gimp on Sinji, but you still had Rizzy closing out the stock against Vinny on the right side of the stage. And those two stocks happening in quick succession, it's going to lead to a lot of problems for Yellow Team.
Yeah, and that aforementioned gimp that I talked about, that spring, it was literally the pellet rising up as he was recovering at the bottom, and the spring just happened to be spinning right above the... To me, it didn't look like he intended, because Sonic was pretty low, so to me, it looked like I got to up B to get back. Yeah. And it just happened to coincide, and Sinji dropped the stock. He might have otherwise saved it for a while.
Something that Sonic kind of seems to do a lot is just like gimp you by mistake. In doubles, it's like 2 of you are recovering, all right, get springed.
Yes, and
whoops.
We're gonna see. I'm actually kind of surprised that we saw that instance happen as soon as it did. Yeah. Like, considering that there's so much more of an expansive set of variables in 4-on-4. There's so much more that can happen, to the point where even me and I know a lot about this game. You know, I know a lot about Smash theory, period. But this is still pretty new territory. Like, yeah. I'm eagerly awaiting to be pleasantly surprised by the kinds of strategies and just, you know, accidents that happen in the course of this format.
One thing I want to see more is a little bit more abusive Rizzy's up smash. It's so good in doubles there. Like, in any team's format, Sheik's up smash can be confirmed into by a pretty wide majority of the cast. You have, on this team, you have Ike's forward throw. I'm pretty sure Shulk's up throw, you can hit him during the up throw animation, but not 100%, because I know you can do it versus with a Ness on your team. Right. As Sheik, you can just run up right next to Ness as he's up throwing and just immediately up smash because the animation is on.
It just puts you right there. Yep. And it's the distinction between a setup like Ness and Mega Man is Mega Man actually has his hand up there.
Yeah.
So there's this potential for error, but Ness kind of like puts you up there magically.
Yeah,
so
Ness
he
is just like,
keeps himself out of the way of the hit that's important, which is the sweet spot.
Let me just dangle you up here with my little boy hands and magic.
Hey man, the kid, he's like, I feel like when it's funny just looking at like all these little kid characters in a match like this, or rather in a format like this. I feel like Toon Link is Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. He's that little kid just laying traps everywhere.
He's just throwing
running
rings everywhere.
Hey, hope you can catch me. Here's a bomb. Like running away. Oh, I'm gonna get ya.
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
hilarious to see like the expansion of roles in this format. I love seeing how certain characters that are defensive can become even more defensive in this type of gameplay here.
For sure. But there are characters that lose some things because a character like Mega Man, who relies on pellet pressure for a lot of his neutral and singles and even doubles, really can't use pellets in a 4v4 format.
4v4 crosses the threshold of utility for that move.
Yeah.
He really can't make use of it as much. In tight-knit skirmishes, you still might see it, but overall, like you said, Nora and I can see that be the most important thing to do.
But,
And he's got to watch his buzzsaws too, because it cleaves through, so you don't want to lay more damage on your teammates.
But as he loses something, he actually gains something because his forward air actually becomes a really, really good tool in a format like this when you just put out a quick move like that in the air. Because the frame data really isn't that useful because of the cooldown frames, but when you have a whole team covering you, it works out really well.
Oh, we've got Austin honestly putting great use to this counter. We've seen 2 successful counters from him in the span of like 10 real world seconds, not 10 minute game seconds. So that's a short time to land 2 counters, honestly.
Yeah.
So I guess he feels like he's actually encompassed in the format that he's playing. Because you got to think, more attacks being swung at you means more chances for the counter to work.
Exactly.
So I like that Aussie's thinking ahead.
Aussie holding on to the shield Minato.
And we got.
Oh, Sheik's gonna slam on that stage.
Both.
But Shinji's gonna die. Not Camalanche, pretty surprisingly.
So yellow teams, Sinji, and blue teams, Riz, are the first ones to drop stocks, or rather give up points, whichever way you want to say it, for their respective teams.
Austin needs to be very careful here because as soon as he loses that jump Minato, he's gonna have a lot of slower movement. But he does have shield now, so that's very good.
And that's what's helping him survive till past 180%. Ooh, that counter does get him out of that scenario, though. And the thing is, it slows down Sinji, so it's not like he gets to bait that and then punish it right after. He has to endure the slowdown.
Yeah,
so,
Shulk's counter, by far one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. Very nice up.
That's still definitely trumped by Witch Time. Nothing trumps
Yeah,
Witch Time.
no, Witch Time is nutty.
I see what you're doing there. You're trying to erase Bayonetta out of your mind because she gave you PTSD. It's okay, buddy. You can talk to me after the set.
I'm so
about your
sorry.
woes.
I'm so sorry.
You can't forget about that character.
It's just
though.
every time. It
Every
just
time.
hits you. 8 times. It's 2 seconds of hell. It's like, well, I'm going to put this controller down for a second and enjoy myself.
Speaking of hell, right now blue team is enduring some hell. They're dropping up some stocks there.
Yeah, Venia got a really nice up smash there to seal the stock.
The Deadly Alliance's Ninja Link, being used by Mega Man here. He just dropped stock fresh.
Yeah, very nice counter by Aussie. Again, just making really tight use of it.
Right now, Deadly Alliance is looking great with Venia at +2. Nobody on blue team with a plus. Right now, they're all pretty much hanging in there for the most part, but it doesn't seem like this round is going to fare very well for them unless they can pull something out in these 2 minutes here.
One thing surprisingly is the teams are tied up right now with only Rizzy having a negative score on the blue team.
It's weird to see that kind of dynamic switch because in the first quarter, Riz was playing a nice managerial role by bouncing back and forth and putting positive points on the board. Now he's the one, both at -1 at 144%. So and she just dropped a point there.
-2, yeah.
So he's kind of dropping the ball here.
One thing Yellow has done very good to mind is that Rizzy is going to play that managerial role and he is going to be able to move around the map. But that was nutty.
Did you see how Toon Link, Josh, just basically acted as a roadblock? You would not zip right out onto the stage. And I got to commend him for pulling that off because it shows he was really focused specifically on him despite the chaos happening right behind him.
Yeah.
And he managed to put a point on the board with that concentration level.
Yeah, very nice.
Awesome. All right, Riz trying to keep off Josh.
Riz needs to mind his percent a little bit more than he has been because they're definitely killing him much earlier than they were last game. I've seen him lose stocks low as 120, but he's going to take that stock from Jash in a very nice 50-50 scenario.
Yeah, for the better part of that stock, Riz was really he had his sights like focused really on Toon Link, on Jash.
Yeah.
And he pulled it off. He got the stock that he wanted. So I got to give that to him. Ooh,
that was
right.
The nuttiest up smash from
Ninja
Waldo
Link.
on Penia.
Ninja Link did not protect him in that moment. Look at Camalanch holding on to the apple. I didn't know Sonics like apples. I thought they just ate, chili dogs all day.
Yeah, no, I swore on everything chili dog was his favorite food, but he seems to be really enjoying this apple.
I guess this is a vegan Sonic. Go figure. Who would have known? All right, so we got 10 seconds left right now. This is really bad for blue team. They've got to really protect both roommates, Austin and Camalanch. 4 seconds to stay alive. Can they do it?
And blue team should take this round. Yes, they will.
Takes this run. Chash not looking happy about that at all. That's the face of someone that probably feels like, damn, I contributed to that.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking about that stock he dropped to Riz. He's like, damn, I gotta stay alive.
But he did secure a lot of kills, which is very good. But the only person on the team not to secure any kills is Sinji. And that's very big because he might have been assisting in them, but he did cost the team 3 points there.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful.
Well, see, here's the way I look at it. If you're not going to be putting up points, at the very least, don't be giving any away.
Yeah, don't be giving it away.
Just be that factor that butters up the bread,
Yeah.
puts damage on people, and hey, they might end up being the one putting the points on the board. That's exactly one of the most basic factors of teams is you might use a character. For example, Jigglypuff, not necessarily the best raw killer in singles, but in teams, you don't need to be that.
Exactly.
You can just serve them up for your partner.
And you can hold stocks. Jiggly, while one of the lightest characters in the game, just flies around. It's like you can't touch her in dubs because you have to pay so much attention to the other teammate. So it's very good to stock tank. One thing I do know is that Sinji does have a Donkey Kong. So because items are a little bit weaker in a 4v4 format, I'd like to see him pick a stock tank based character. Because it would be very easy for him to get confirms off of Venia's throws, off of Mega Man's throws, and even off of a couple of Toon Link's throws, but Toon Link really is going to be grabbing a lot, and he's going to be able to have his own ding-dong, you know?
Yeah.
And being able to secure stocks at low percent because of confirms is really, really good in a teams format, and he's going to be able to hold on to those stocks. So maybe if he considers it, we'll see a Donkey Kong switch.
Yeah, well, we might see something like that actually. Yeah, because Sinji, all these guys. We got to switch from Ninja Link going Cloud.
Ninja Link going from Mega Man's to Team Jesus.
the power within Cloud is you must respect it. You must adhere to it.
I have so many opinions on Cloud, but I can't. It's esports boys.
But his recovery. His recovery so bad. I'm being slightly sarcastic.
Look at his second jump.
I'm being slightly sarcastic.
Look at his second jump. That man flies. I swear on everything, that man has moon boots on. It's just like, woo!
Yeah, hey, no one, he does come from an RPG. Did he get checked at the door, at the Smash door? He probably has some really big stats on those equipments. So, I gotta check him out.
Definitely a maxed out Cloud.
All right, here we go. Going into the third quarter, Pyrosphere.
I love this map.
It's so cool. And I love the fact that the hazards are controlled in the eight-man battle. So you really get to see who's good at stage control and who's not.
Exactly.
Already,
applying
Camalanch
a lot
taking,
of pressure.
Yeah, 60%. He's kind of like racking up. He's dealing damage, but he's also racking up a lot of damage on his own. So he needs to make sure he gets that in order.
There's a 3v3 going on one side of the map, and you got a Waldo versus Venia just happening.
Yeah. Right now, Riz. But see, you saw how Riz was recovering on the right side, and Jash was focused on edge guarding him with bombs and stuff. To me, that's a mistake.
Yeah,
Allow Sheik that recovery. Who cares?
Yeah,
exactly. Let Sheik recover. Focus that time. Use that time as like you're buying that time to help your teammates.
Exactly. Take that 3v4 situation.
Yes,
you know?
for that brief moment, because you never know what kind of utility you can string out of it in that brief 6 seconds or 7 seconds or however long it takes for the character to recover. Oh no, yellow team almost chalking dropping 2 points there, but Sinji hangs in there. Rather,
Very nice
Sinji dropped the point, is what I meant to say.
Very nice team combo there. Oh, Waldo gonna kill his own teammate.
Oh, no. See, as of now, yellow team has got the slight upper hand, and even more so with Austin dropping a point there. So I saw a bit of this actually in the beginning of the second quarter, where yellow team was actually leading the match, the flow of the match, and they dropped it near the end. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen again. Yellow team definitely has to be cognizant of the kind of path they're drawing with their strategy here.
Oh, Ninjalink showing that this cloud switch does matter. Waldo gonna get hit by that bell there.
And sometimes you can't be fooled by whatever a character's particular point setting is for that time. Like, I'll give you an example. We'll look at Cloud at -1 at 70, but he just killed one person.
Yeah.
Who knows if he just killed, like, if you're not paying attention to him, you might overlook the fact that he just finished killing like 3 people in like 1 minute.
Exactly.
So you could be putting up more points than you're giving up. So it really, again, it matters how your team is doing, not necessarily how one particular person is doing.
Yep.
Austin holding on to that paralyzing agent, that dangerous object there.
And it's kind of scary because while he is in Shield Monado, one thing that's very good about Shulk is that he doesn't lose any killing power while in Shield Monado.
Yes.
So if he can confirm off of that bell, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. But Rizzy is going to back her in there and drop the bell.
Yes, it's. I like how Sinji finds a way to bring that item back home, and successfully sets it up into a kill. It's like, no, you don't know how to use this.
Yeah.
Give it back to me. I know how to.
Like,
how to
come
do
on,
this. Come on,
give it to me.
bring it back to daddy.
Give me the bell. Come on.
Give me the bell. Come on. It's like a little kid who shouldn't be playing with that toy.
Pass it up.
Steven, give me the toy. No, I want to play.
Oh, I'm playing. No.
Oh, off the top.
Yeah.
Camelan's proving that it is indeed lit for him. Securing a point there. Sinji trying to close out the stock against Austin, but proving unsuccessful. And instead, Austin finds a way to...
Yeah, he almost dies himself.
Almost a role reversal there for Sinji. Sinji needs to be careful.
The biggest role reversal here is that Sinji is doing a lot better this game than he was last game. It's very nice to see him mix it up.
Absolutely. Oh, Ninjalink. I like Ninjalink's utility here. He's really taking advantage of both utility of the movement and those like limit break side beats. Just whittling down shields and laying damage.
And I like how Austin kind of just mashed forward smash on the left side of the map, securing himself a kill.
I know that there's a variety, you know. There are a couple of things that I will be going over and over again, and this is just to reiterate, there are a lot of moves that are going to be proven as a higher level of utility in a 4-on-4 format, like Shulk's counter.
Yeah,
just gonna see, look, just 2 for 1.
And
just
Camelan's dodged it.
a lot of damage there for Aussie's sake. But we got just about 30 seconds left here, so I just really hope Blue Team is cognizant of that, because they have 3 teammates. Oh, they just dropped one. Camelan's not being careful. Listen, you're playing Sonic. You've got to be able to run around and avoid damage.
Wow, killing with the spike off the top.
30 seconds left, and they dropped 2 points. Like, these are the factors that you have to be aware of if you want to, you know, accrue the right amount of points that carry over into the end of the 4 quarters. We got a last-minute pickup here. Riz might die. Smart. He goes off and starts air dodging. Very smart.
Yeah, you gotta stay safe from your Sheik there.
Finally, Team Deadly Alliance putting a game up on the board, going up against their mistakes that they were making the first 2 quarters.
Yep.
So
we're gonna have who? It's so weird to see this because they've got what? They have, I want to say, 2 more points than them. Yeah, 2 more.
So really, as much as the sum of the parts make a lot of differences, really it's still, you know, as has been proven, it really comes down to how all the points add up at the end.
Exactly.
So like, one bad game can be made up for with great performances after, or that one bad game could be that big anchor that holds you down
detrimental
for the whole set.
Yeah.
So.
And especially if you get put on tilt easily, This is going to be a kind of hectic format for you because you have all this chaos going on, and if you can't keep yourself mentally composed, you're going to do a lot of damage to yourself and to your team.
Honestly, that's a astute observation to make because I think it coincides with the point that I made earlier near the end of this quarter, which is you were right because look what happened to blue team. They had 30 seconds left. Perhaps if they were cognizant of the amount of time that they had left, you know, Camelanche and I believe, who was it that dropped the other stock? I believe it was Waldo and Camelanche that dropped 2 stocks back to back. And it's like, you probably could have avoided that.
Yeah.
If you had known, you just had a bit of time
safer.
Yeah, exactly. So there's just so many factors to pay attention to. It's mind-boggling. But the thing is, now I feel like this format, because the thing is, I come from different games. I've played Tekken. I've played other fighting games. I've competed a bit in first-person shooters. I have various backgrounds in different games. Now Smashers get to feel what it's like to play not only the sports format in terms of the rules, but the FPS style initiative of winning.
Yeah.
It's what these guys might not be doing is in-game callouts. Because when you see an FPS, you'll see a lot of flank at B, they're capturing flag, blah, 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 blah. You have to communicate to let your team know what's going on. I feel like this is no different. You have to let your team know that you're at 150% and you can't afford to die, and everyone has to flank to you and make sure they protect you.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of
strategy. It's big because everybody has to do it. Even a character like Sonic, who's known for running away in singles and doubles, can't do it in a format this hectic.
It's very hard to run away. But certain stages allow you to make that easier. Like if the Sonic just springs at the top platform, it'll be hard for certain characters with bad jumps to stop that. Which is why it takes certain characters on your team to take care of that. And let's say you have a Falco on your team with a high jump. You got to tell the Falco, hey, take care of that camping Sonic at the top. I can't. I'm a little Mac. I got to stay grounded.
Yeah.
So you
like,
got to
go
communicate.
catch that.
Yeah.
There are definitely certain characters that are going to want to hold center stage in a match like this. Like, I think specifically Waldo and Austin holding center stage is very, very good for blue team. Because you have 2 swordsmen with giant hitboxes that kill incredibly early, just staying in the center of the map, taking care of business.
And it's just to add on to that, it's very important to keep center stage if you have a bad recovery.
Yes.
Because you're leaning in no particular direction. So regardless of whether you get sent to the left or the right, you have more distance to cover before you're sent too far out.
And Austin going to secure that kill on Ninja Link with a very nice up air.
Yes. Yeah, right now, Yellow Team is the first one to drop a stock. Ninja Link not playing very carefully. They can't afford this kind of game considering the fact that blue team got the better end of the deal in the first 2 quarters.
Yep. They're going to need to hold on to all the stocks they can. And wow! Rizzy should not have air dodged there.
Oh, no.
That was so unfortunate. Aussie almost killing Jash with that counter.
Right now, Ninja Link, for a second he was playing the middle, but then he just got back thrown off the stage. He needs to come back. I didn't know he had that limit for a second. Look at Senji all by his lonesome setting up shop there.
Wow.
Little trickster.
Very nice kill by Venny onto Waldo there. Realizing that he was loving that center platform. Just up smash that.
Now, I find that there's a potential moment of confusion that could happen for Austin, where he has a decent color and glow to complement his blue team, but when he has a shield art, he's glowing yellow.
Yeah.
So at a glance, if you see, it's like if you're fighting and you bump shoulders someone, you might turn around and swing at them if you see yellow, and that could prove dangerous for his teammates.
It's like a bull. Bull sees red.
Yeah.
Waldo sees yellow. Like, get back here.
Might just kill you. So right now, Aussie is playing a high utility with his shield art, living up to 175. And again, we see a character like Shulk shine because it honestly doesn't really matter how many points you put on. It matters how many points you preserve.
Yeah.
And shield is the perfect art for that.
Exactly.
So I feel like Shulk is even better here than he is in even 2-on-2, let alone 1-on-1.
Especially because even Smash becomes better because he is dying earlier, but you're taking stocks at a ridiculously low percent. He lands a forward smash at 80. Anyone on that team is dead. Even Cloud, who's known to be one of the heavier characters in the game.
Exactly. So because of the fact that we are playing a time format, it's crucial to try to kill as many people as often as you can. You want to try to get like 1 billion points in like the first minute so you can be like, okay, we've got this match under control. We just have to hold out. So that all of what you said definitely plays into part. Right now we're closing in on just about a minute left here.
Unfortunate death by Rizzy there, getting gimped by Sinji.
So the point status for blue team is a little bit more in the grave as opposed to the red team. They got two teammates at a -2. That is not a good look at all. Sinji is doing a phenomenal job of closing stocks and tanking. He's got 3 points up on his own name, so he's looking great.
Yep.
And I think yellow team is poised to even things up here.
Very nice forward smash there by Camelange. Gonna seal that stock on Jash. Something that they needed to do. Jash was applying a lot of AoE pressure.
Yes, AoE, you know, area of effect.
Yeah, area of effect.
So for those MOBA players, you know, we got the lingo that covers you too. Yep. All right, 28 seconds left. This is the time. This is the moment where you have to go. All right, percentage assessment time.
Yep.
Who needs to die? Go after them.
Yep. Just like Austin sealing that stock there on Ninjaling.
Oh, everybody taking a turn for the worse here, save for 2 teammates on blue team,
Rizzy's
Austin and
playing
Riz.
a little too aggressive for the percent that he has on him right now. You can't be a Sheik rushing him with 125.
Yeah.
Did get lighter. Is he going to lose it? Wow!
Oh,
He lost that stock before
No,
time!
that is so crucial. And I think that made the difference. 'Cause
Yeah,
I did a last
yeah.
minute calculation, and yellow team had more minuses. So that, you see what I mean? This is why time is so crucial and important to pay attention to.
That's so nutty. Yeah, no, I think that was the difference.
Oh man, that sucks for blue team.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh, but that's so exciting for me to watch.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
even
like
gonna-
just that little change.
Again, this is a format that lets us see a kind of emulation of these buzzer beater moments. That
Yeah.
like, is he gonna make that 3 with 5 seconds left? It's so cool to see
Yep.
Smash's version of that. So that makes me excited to see. And I
I'm
hope
sorry.
all you viewers at home are having a great time watching this. I'm sure a couple of you guys might have jumped into this, you know, maybe like, oh, I'm not too sure how to feel about this. But hopefully by now you see like,
Yeah.
oh, I get it. I get why I'm supposed to be excited. 6-4 in favor of huh? Wow.
LoCal, yeah.
Ooh.
Yellow team is creeping up though. You know, they have one more quarter to make the difference.
That was the third
That
quarter.
was the third quarter, yeah.
Wow.
They have one more quarter to make the difference. I wonder what is LoCal's counter pick? You know?
Well, honestly, it depends on who picks first because from what I gathered, the full rule set rundown from Wes, Wes says at the beginning of the first quarter,